Nowadays, most non-Muslims have heard of Islam or know someone who is a Muslim, but they still do not know what Islam is, what it consists of, what Muslims do on a daily basis, etc. As there is a lot of ignorance and, in many cases, a misconception of what this religion is, after watching this video, you will have a much clearer idea of Islam and what it means to be a Muslim. First of all, you must understand that Islam is a way of life. It is practiced every day for every day of any person's life. Indeed, Islam teaches us how to act in different situations of our life, how to eat, how to sleep, how to dress, how to act with your neighbors, parents, friends, etc., how to drink, and so on. In this sense, these are some basic points that you should understand. The prayer. Muslims must pray 5 times a day at dawn, noon, afternoon, evening, sunset, and night facing the Kaaba, Mecca. We can pray anywhere we find ourselves, as long as it is clean, although it is preferable for men to always pray in the company of other Muslims in the mosque. On Fridays at noon, prayer should be performed in mosques. This weekly prayer is known as Jumu'ah. Eating halal. You've probably seen halal butcher shops. Halal means it is permitted, and haram means it is forbidden. Muslims can only eat or drink that which is halal. For meat to be halal, the animal must be raised naturally, fed a plant-based diet, and slaughtered by a specific method that includes reciting God's name. The method consists of a quick and deep incision with a sharp knife in the neck, cutting the jugular vein and the carotid artery on both sides, so that the animal is completely drained of blood. The objective of this technique is the effective drainage of the blood from the dead animal, resulting in a more hygienic meat as well as a reduction of pain and agony for the animal. However, there are certain foods that are not halal, regardless of whether the Islamic ritual is followed, for example, pork or carrion. There are also prohibited beverages, such as intoxicants and alcoholic beverages. Ablution. You will remember that we mentioned earlier that Muslims pray 5 times a day, but to do so, we must first perform ablution. What does it consist of? Well, it consists of washing certain parts of the body to be clean and to be able to pray. These parts are the hand, the face, the arm up to the elbow, the hair, the ears, and the feet. However, when we wake up in the morning, or after having intercourse or a bowel movement, in addition to these parts, we must first add the intimate parts. No hugging or shaking hands with the other gender. In Islam, physical intimacy is reserved for marriage. Therefore, to ensure maximum respect and avoid situations that may lead to sexual desire, physical contact with the opposite sex should be avoided. Hugging or shaking hands with close relatives is permitted. Therefore, when a Muslim person does not shake hands with a person of the opposite sex, it is not intended to offend. Caring for guests and neighbors. If you have ever been a guest in a Muslim family's home, you will have noticed that they always welcome guests with great cordiality, kindness, and friendliness. In fact, our Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Whenever you prepare a soup, put plenty of water in it and give some of it to your neighbors." Parents. Islam, as a religion of peace and harmony, commands respect for parents who make much effort to care for their children, and at the same time demands to show kindness and obedience to them. Moreover, Islam places parents in a higher position than in any other religion, since serving parents is a religious duty closely linked to the worship of Allah. In other words, having mercy on parents is a right of the parents and therefore a duty of the children. Allah Almighty says in the Quran, Surah 17, 23-24, "And your Lord has decreed that you not worship except Him, and to parents good treatment. Whether one or both of them reach old age while with you, say not to them so much as Uff, and do not repel them, but speak to them a noble word, and lower to them the wing of humility out of mercy, and say, My Lord, have mercy upon them as they brought me up when I was small." Not all Muslims are Arabs. Not all Muslims are Arabs, and not all Arabs are Muslims. There are British, Chinese, American, Australian, etc. people who practice the Muslim religion. It is not exclusive to Arabs, and there are Arab people who are Christian or Jewish and do not practice Islam. Religion should not be confused with nationality. Jihad. Jihad is a tenet of Islam that describes the ethical and religious will of Muslims to seek good and turn away from evil, but it has been misinterpreted as holy war. The word jihad translates from Arabic as effort or struggle and refers to the constant, daily effort to be a good Muslim, to pray on schedule, to respect parents, neighbors, and others, not to lie, not to commit adultery, to lower one's gaze, not to steal, not to insult, etc. This is the jihad of the Muslim. Muslims believe in Jesus. Many times people try to make people believe that Muslims are against Jesus or that they deny his existence. This is false. Muslims believe that Jesus was one of the prophets sent by God to guide people. We believe in all the prophets from Adam to Muhammad, peace be upon him. I hope you already know more about Islam. Best regards and see you in the next video.